Hello, welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday. How is everybody doing? Good, good. I hope. Uh, Thank you very much for coming on board. This is tip number 10, right there. Productive mindset, and the in our book. Oh wait. Hey Jeff, Coach Jeff, how are you, sir?
Good. How you doing? What's happening? Woo!
Yeah. Just starting. Good timing.
All right.
So this is tip number 10 on give you a way to the top. As always, we like to start off with gratitude. Yeah. Today, I want to say thank you. I connected today and last week since we last met. Connected with some old friends and old buddies. So it's always great to and always feels like like the time never elapsed. So thankful for old friends and Depeche and my OTF coach that I went to OTF in Del Sur today, and I haven't been there in 3 years. So connected with some people there. So yeah. So thanks everybody for that, and that's my gratitude. Oh, I like to thank Baby Yoda here. Got that as a gift for my kids. So yeah, today is
Grogu.
Grogu. Yeah. So today is tip 10 from the book. Man, it's already been 10 weeks. Can you believe that? Good Lord. I don't even know what the time went by. 10 weeks. And there's 52 tips in the book. And we're going to go 52 weeks every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. If you want to be live with me and Coach Jeff, because he's been here almost every single one of them, besides one of them, which was technical difficulties on my part. But but he was there because I went back and checked and he was there. So that counts, Jeff. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So,
Right, yeah.
So let's begin. You ready? You ready to do this?
I am.
Yeah. I'm going to do a little bit something different today since you're on. I'm going to actually read at the beginning of the section. I have a dedication section. And since you're on here, what a great time to read the dedication that I have for you in the book.
Okay. All right.
That's on page 6, by the way. And if you don't know where to get the book, there you go, right there. meetvipo.com/books. I'm trying to keep that updated as much as I can. But that's where you get a copy of the book. And let me know if you do get one because I got something special for you. So let's go back to productive mindset. All right, here we go. I'm going to read a dedication. This is the Coach Jeff over here. To my coach, Jeff Klubeck. We met 4 years ago on a quest to find someone to hold me accountable. At that time, I knew I wanted to own more businesses and that I wanted to help and that I needed help. Most of my companies, usually the buck stops with me. But who is there to hold me accountable? I interviewed 3 people and ended up choosing you. I knew I was not a good communicator where you had a master's in communication. You were honest, you have integrity, and most of all, showed above all love. I can 100% say I wouldn't be here without you, without your guidance and your assistance along the way. I'm excited to finish your coaching certification and help others, solo and entrepreneurs. Our journey is not finished, but grateful to share it with you along the way. Much love. Bam.
Yeah. All right, man.
Thanks, Jeff, for being part of the journey, man. Appreciate it.
Man, it's you're welcome and then some. Thank you for the opportunity to serve and support, man. I'm a big believer in just, you would be here without me. Just maybe I sped things up, right? Because you're unstoppable. So you're gonna achieve everything you want in life anyway. It's just nice to help speed it up or make it smoother or clearer or whatever help I can provide, man. I'm just thrilled to support you, man. I'm happy to be here.
Well, it's awesome. I think everybody needs one of you in their lives, honestly. All right, so here we go. Productive mindset. At the beginning of every tip, there's a quote. So today's quote is by Babe Ruth, one of my favorite ones, actually. And it reads, "It's hard to beat a person that never gives up." Think about that for a second, man. It's tough. It reminds me kind of of the Michael Jordan mentality or the Mamba mentality. You know, a person who never gives up. Remember when? Speaking of Mamba mentality, remember when Kobe Bryant he snapped his Achilles in two, but he still went out there and
shot the free throws.
Yeah, never give up. Wow, that's perseverance and a mindset right there.
Yeah,
that's crazy. All right, so here we go with the tip. My parents ... instilled many values in me as a child. Because of them, I believe in unconditional love. I believe in the value of education, and I believe in the grow your own work ethic. Our mindset is a powerful thing. It is made up of both passive, what we learned as a child, and active, what we cultivate in ourselves now, beliefs. It is strengthened or weakened by the self-talk we all hear, which can spill over into our vernacular. And our mindset is pliable. It can be altered by movement, posture, and biochemistry. A productive mindset requires a strong connection between productivity and reward. A productive mindset requires empowering self-talk. A productive mindset is aided by a healthy body, calculated posture, and the movement needed to get things done. The best way to level up your mindset and author your state of mind is to find the right coach.
Yeah, I love
it. This is week 10. Good Lord. This is almost becoming like a habit, right? I don't know if you ever read, depends on who you follow, Robin Sharma or Tony Robbins. You know, they all have different times where something becomes a habit. I think
there's a lot of sayings about, if you do something for 21 days or 28 days without any pain or tragedy, it becomes a habate. The flip side of that, of course, you stop doing it for 21 days, in both ways, negative habits and positive habits. But Tony Robbins is huge on repetition, habit, mindset. What you're talking about here, there's a little bit of Tony Robbins in there, authoring your state of mind. He's done a lot of work. It's all public domain stuff. But you put it in this beautifully written, and I love how you're paying tribute to your parents to start off, but you're moving in, you're finishing tip 10, starting next week. We get into the productivity section of the book. So why not get our mind ready now to get productive? I like the placement of this tip as number 10, leading in to the next full phase, next full section of the book.
I want to do something, Jeff. You ready? Something different.
Let's do it.
I don't think in your 52 sessions, I don't know if I ever saw this, but we're gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give it a try. As everybody knows, I've taken Jeff's certification program, and I'm trying to become a coach and accountability. Actually, the integrity coach, right? The integrity coach. Yeah.
That's great way to say it. That's the cleanest way moving forward. We're playing the integrity game.
We're playing the integrity game. Watch. So I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah. Have we ever done that before? No.
Well, I've shared screen. Yeah. When I do my sessions, I've shared screen for sure. I don't know what you're sharing though.
Today's tip 10. It's about the productive mindset, and we talk about these couple of things in this tip about the physiology. How you could change someone's mindset by the three things, right?
Yes.
Language, physiology, and beliefs or focus. So
correct.
I want to kind of, let me see if I could draw. I don't know if I could. Oh yeah, I can.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. So I'm going to draw.
I know where you're going. All right, cool. Now I know where this is going.
Yeah. You see that? I don't know why it's showing that, but that's okay.
It's selected. Yeah. There you go. Cool.
And I'm going to do a little thing right there. And so this is, since Jeff is can I say you're the author of this?
Well, no. I learned this in a bunch of different areas. How do you control state of mind, right? There's from Viktor Frankl in logotherapy and meaning making to Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, I think, is more known for putting the word triad on this, right? But everybody in personal professional growth, we all learn from the big boys, the trailblazers. It starts with God and then the extroverts, right? But they go way back to Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar and then, the different generation of Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, and now people like us, we're coming up. So I'm more known for how I package this material and how I deliver it. The hooks or the phrases that I put in to get it to really land with people. And I've referred to this model as napkins in the glove box or ingredients of state of mind, right? Like if you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you need peanut butter, jelly, and bread. But if you want a ham and cheese sandwich, you need ham, cheese, and bread. Change the ingredients, change the sandwich. So right now what you're doing here is you've got the 3 lines of the triangle, right?
Right.
And those represent the 3 ingredients of state of mind.
Right.
Our mood is always going to be determined by whatever the 3 ingredients are present. So if you're writing state of mind is always you're going to come down equals, right? We're doing some
state of mind. This SOM stands for state of mind.
Yeah, state of mind equals, and then if you could put it, there you go. Yeah, just stop right there for a second. Okay, I see what you're doing. Good. So the line at the bottom there, it's a variable. Our state of mind, it could be a positive mood, like happy, gratified, satisfied, pleased, enthusiastic, hopeful. Or on the negative, you got a negative sign there. It could be an unwanted mood. Why is this important? Because if we're in an unwanted mood, it's going to get in the way of our productivity. Follow? So unwanted moods, shameful, guilty, dreadful, regret, embarrassed, abandoned, there's angry. So if the idea is that the mood that we're in precedes the behavior, and if we want to be productive, it's better to be in a positive mindset, right? Yes. So if we happen to be in a negative mood, and all of us get negative moods from time to time, that's not our fault. Staying in the negative mood is our fault, especially if we know how to change it. So if you change you change the ingredients.
So you change the ingredients. Ingredient number 1, I think
what's beautiful about the triangle is that all 3 ingredients, right? The lines of the triangle represent the ingredients. They're all touching each other. So by virtue of touch, you change one, you change them all. So you got basically 3 points of entry to be able to get in there. If you just change one of the following 3 ingredients, the other 2 will follow, right? But let's go ahead. You want to start at the bottom there. I see you started physiology. It mentioned that in the book. Yeah. So there's 3 ways to manipulate physiology.
Right.
3 ways to manipulate physiology. One is your posture. If anybody can still see the camera, if you can see me now, this is a certain mood.
Yeah.
This is a different mood.
Right.
This is a different, just the way we hold our body can shift what our mindset is. And then the other way to manipulate physiology is movement. Especially with breathing, like breathing fast, breathing slow, breathing shallow, breathing deep, but walking, running, speed walking. You can't be depressed. Imagine being in a depressed mood. You're probably not depressed very often, but and then imagine running faster than you've ever run in your life. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
At the moment that you're running full speed, in that moment you're not depressed. You know what I'm saying? So and then the other thing that's really important is biochemistry. If you made the note down there.
Yeah.
Are we having sugar? Are we having water? Are we having alcohol? Are we having nicotine? Or you know what I'm saying? We put things into our body that change our mood, right? There's and so a lot of times people at the office, go for a walk around the office and you'll feel better, or drink a glass of water, you'll feel better. Take a deep breath, you'll feel better. So these little physiology changes are meant to change our mood. My mom used to say to me all the time if I was sleepy or something, go splash water on your face. So I'd have to get up, go to the splash water on my face, and just all of that movement would change the mood that I was in. So if you just change your physiology, you can change your mood, and you can say to yourself, what mood do I want to be in? I want to be productive. I want to be excited. I want to be confident. Well, what's the physiology of somebody who's confident? It's not like this. It's like that. I want to be like my palms up, open, ready to hug or ready to shake, you know what I mean? I want my eyebrows wide. I want to be smiling, so these little changes are consistent with the mood that we're in. And even if you don't really feel that way, you just make the change anyway, and your mood will come along. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so this is the easiest thing, in my opinion, to manipulate the physiology. You're going to language now.
Yeah. Language is the second easiest thing.
God, it's so different. I mean, how should I explain this? My favorite way to explain this is imagine the word hate, right?
I know where you're going with this because I use it all the time.
Yeah, I'm a love guy, right? So it's hard for me to do this, but if we've all said the word hate, and imagine when we say hate, like imagine something that I effing hate that, and now all of a sudden you want to clench your fist, you want to clench your teeth. And just imagining the word hate changes your physiology to Your shoulders are up in a fight or flight. You're raising your fists in a defensive or attacking posture, and you're clenching your teeth, and your voice is getting screechy, like, you get up. And anyway, I would laugh, right? But imagine saying, like, I hate traffic, or I hate dishonest people, or I hate corruption, or I hate whatever you think you hate. Now imagine saying, I genuinely dislike that.
Yeah.
I'm not fond of that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't maintain the same intensity by saying I genuinely dislike, as naturally comes along with hate.
Yeah.
So if you could be aware of your language choices, a lot of times people say things like, I need to, I have to. And what's behind that? Stress, obligation, shame, guilt, pressure. Rather than saying, I want to, I choose to, I'm going to.
Same thing. Should, right? Like should.
Yeah, could and should. Yeah, could and should. Tony Robbins talks about that too. Like, don't should on yourself, right? But should has judgment behind it.
Yeah.
And then maybe even, imagine consequence or punishment, where could is about choice. So, imagine any sentence like, oh, I should brush my teeth. I could brush my teeth. It changes everything. And there's all kinds of examples about that. But language, to me, as a study communication, language, I listen carefully in coaching sessions to the language that people use without really thinking about it. And I'm listening for what their mood, their mindset, their belief structure is, which is the third ingredient, of course.
And it's funny because in my house, we don't use the word hate because it's we strongly dislike something.
Yeah, we genuinely disagree, or it wouldn't be my first choice.
Yeah, right.
And so, but that diffuses the intensity of it. It's hard to like clench your fists, clench your teeth, and raise your shoulders and say, that would not be my first choice. The way you go, I hate that, So that's what we mean by you change one, you change them all. They're linked to each other, right? And then, we talked about physiology and biochemistry. It's not just water we drink or sugar we eat or you follow. Yeah. The other chemicals that affect our mood are the ones that are created in the hypothalamus, the ones that represent our emotions. And so there's a chemical combination, almost like an ingredients list for each of the dominant emotions that we experience. So that's why we call them feelings. Because anger feels different than sadness because it's a different chemical combination. The same way peanut butter jelly sandwich and a ham and cheese sandwich, they would taste different, feel different because of different ingredients. Right? Joy feels different than content.
Right.
Unwavering feels different than enthusiastic.
Right.
They're both positive, but the reason they feel different is because of the different chemical combinations. So what the third ingredient that you put up here is beliefs, right? Whatever belief we're focused on in the moment is going to generate, like the belief bones connected to the emotion bone, right? Whatever belief we're focused on, if we're focused on it long enough, the hypothalamus will start to generate the chemicals associated with that emotion, right? And what's cool, the other thing that's tricky about beliefs is that we can believe contradictory things. Yeah,
we can, right? That's the definition. What we know, what we think is true, even though it might not be.
Yeah. A belief is a feeling of certainty that something is true, even if it's not. It may be, but even if it's not, we feel that it is. And then, God, what does it take to change a belief? But it's funny. It gets easier when I ask you, do you believe time is money? Yeah. All right. Do you believe patience is a virtue? Right? Do you believe fools rush in, or they who hesitate are lost? Right. Another example, like here we are in personal professional growth, right? One success principle that you'll hear, there's my dog in the background. One success principle that you'll hear is don't stop 3 feet from gold. Or like Babe Ruth says, it's hard to beat a person that doesn't quit. But then another success principle that you'll hear is know when to cut your losses. Yeah. Time to get out. So you know what I mean? When you realize that when I'm looking at this one, time to get out, time to cut your losses, you'll be thinking and behaving a different way. But when you're looking at this one, as long as I don't quit, I don't give up, you'll behave a different way. If I look at time as money, I'll behave fast. If I look at patience as a virtue, I'll behave slow. So the idea is we can, what you're doing now, what do you wrote in there? The positive emotion is productive. Productive mindset. So what gets in the way? What would get in the way of a productive mindset? Oh, I'm tired. I'm not into it right now, or I'm stressed, or who knows what the other emotion is. But when you find yourself in a negative emotion, you can break it down. You can say, oh, the reason I'm feeling this way is because this is the belief I'm focused on. This is what I'm saying, and this is my physiology. So what I love is you can decide ahead of time, prescribe. The analogy I use for this is napkins in the glove box.
Right. You said
right.
That.
Yeah. So like we don't put napkins in the glove box to prevent the spider from walking across the dashboard. We don't put the napkins in the glove box to prevent ourselves from sneezing or to prevent the coffee from spilling. The napkins are in the glove box so that when those things happen, we can take care of it immediately.
Right.
So same thing, if we find ourselves in a negative mood, whatever it is, lazy, dreadful, unproductive, abandoned, helpless, powerless, whatever the negative mood may be that would prevent us from being productive, when we find and recognize that we're in that mood, if we have predetermined, put the napkins in the glove box ahead of time, what beliefs we'll focus on, what things we'll say out loud into ourselves, and what manipulations we'll make to our physiology, then we can get into any mood we want to as soon as we need to.
Right.
Is that I mean, I hope that makes sense for everyone. You switch screen to Facebook now. You're going to check out some comments?
No, that did. That did. I was waiting for somebody else. Something popped up on my StreamYard. That's why I'm using StreamYard today.
Okay.
And I thought it was related to this comment about this changing your state of mind triangle, the triad.
Yeah, these are ingredients of state of mind. Like, you guys, listen, here's the thing. Have you ever found yourself in a mood you don't want to be in? Okay, yeah, we all have. All right, have you ever found yourself having a hard time getting out of that mood? Like, you didn't want to be in that mood, but you kept on finding yourself in the mood. And you feel helpless. Like, how do I get out of this mood? How do I stop thinking about this? When is this going to go away? I need to get out of this. I need to get unstuck, blah, 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 blah. It's not a mystery. It's just math, right? Change the ingredients, you'll change the mood. These are the three categories, right? Change the belief that you're focused on, right? Change the language that you're saying, and manipulate your physiology to be consistent with the mood that you want to be in.
Dude, you were on fire today.
Yeah, I am. It goes back to what you start every session off with: gratitude. I got a lot to be grateful for. Yeah. Really, I'm not going to list it all, but I am. And when you invite me into these sessions and you kind of prompt me to give a little coaching, and coach isn't what I do, it's who I am, right? So, it's like put a bunch of quarters in my ear, pull my arm, and watch me go. I'm really excited to support you. I'm such a big fan of this book and where you're taking people. And anyway. So yeah, I've got a lot to be grateful for. I'm happy to be here. Got a lot to share. Somebody said to me, I think it was Jason Evers. I don't think he's on this program right now, but I woke up this morning and one of the comments that I got, because I announced that the second edition of my book is coming out. And one of the comments that he put on there was 2021 needs you.
Ah, nice.
Wow. Right. We're in such a great position to help people, to motivate people, to help people. Like, why waste a good pandemic? Right. This pandemic is not here to keep us from living the life we need to live, to reaching our potential, to setting our goals, to making commitments, to taking massive action, to building community, to, growing our way to serving. I mean, all of it still plays, pandemic or no pandemic. So I just am a big fan of what you're doing. And I want to be more like you. I want to own more businesses. I want to get better at what I'm doing. So it's just a treat to be with you and around you and supportive of you in every way, man. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you, man. So it's, thank you very much for mentioning that. It circles all back around, because, the things that we are doing here, or the things that I'm trying to do with the book, is, the title of it is "Give Your Way to the Top," right? It's giving what we have here and here out to the public, or out to everybody, so that they can. It's no more getting. The first 10 tips are about things that you need to get. And things that you need to have internally in order to start producing, in order to start leading, in order to start protecting, and getting to the ultimate phase, right? But this is more about a mindset about giving. Like, you've given the book 2021. When that person, I forgot, Jason, mentioned the comment that 2021 needs you, it's because you're giving to the world what it needs at that time, and So I
Well,
feel like,
this particular person believes that I'm going to make a difference.
right.
So now I either got to prove him right or wrong. What do you think I'm going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
He's talking about the book, right? He's talking about he's made a comment about your book.
yeah. In other words, I announced that the second edition of my book is available, and he just said, "Congratulations, Jeff. 2021 needs you."
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, so I take that seriously. You know, and I know that you do too. And that's what we're here to do: is condition people's integrity and get people the tools that they need to stay on this road, on this journey towards the top. And we're going to give our way there.
Yeah, which is to me, it's even more fulfilling than than the opposite. So next week, you ready? Next week is we start producing.
Yeah, well, our mind's ready now. We're in a productive mindset.
Evan, which is I'm gonna give you a little preview. It's about making your SMART goals. Who hasn't heard about SMART goals? Well, if you haven't, guess what? Tip number 11. Next Tuesday at 8:00. Make your SMART goals smarter.
Yeah. Listen, I want to entice people. Like, for those of you that may be watching, if you haven't gotten the book yet, it is so smooth. It is put together so beautifully. So this is where, like tip 10, productive mindset, and then you get to the text and everything. But as we transition to phase 2, look at what the book does, like from an aesthetics perspective. I mean, you get really careful with it. Like, you're looking at some fine magazine that is like part of a anyway, I don't know how to describe it, but the transition from section 1 to section 2, and then we get back into step 11. Can't wait to see that next week. But listen, you guys got to get the physical copy in your hands and hang on to this thing. I love it, man. I'm so happy for you people.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, as always, for your knowledge and for your love. We always appreciate it, and we'll see you, everybody. If there's nothing else, we'll see you next week at same time, same bat channel, same bat time.
Awesome, man. Thanks for having me, people.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff, for coming on. Appreciate it, brother.
All right. Good night.
See you guys, everybody. Good night.